Hi everyone and welcome to Autodesk PowerMill, the complete course. So we have already started the module number 4, which is all about the advanced finishing toolpaths and machining strategies. And in the previous video, I just covered the 3D offset finishing. So this time we are going to start the constant Z finishing, as the name suggested that it's all about the Z axis, and it will automatically finds out the Z distance, and according to Z distance or Z axis, the cutting tool perform its finishing operations. So let's get to the constant Z finishing and see how it actually works. So here I have opened the Autodesk PowerMill Ultimate 2024, and here I'm going to load or input or import the model. Just go to right click on the model, click on import model, go to examples. We have some examples over here. So I'm using the cowling.dgk. It's a simple surface model, and it actually works on all type of finishing tool strategies on this model. So just click on and open it. So here we have the model. And as you see that this model has at least certain curves on that area, and its direction according to Z and X axis and Y direction. So a lot of Z's around on this curve. So we are going to apply the constant Z finishing operation. I'm not going to perform the roughing operation, because in the previous video just I give you an example how to perform the roughing operations and then perform the finishing operations. So right now I'm going to apply directly the finishing operations and just give you an idea how to do the finishing operations on a model. So actually, what you have to do is you have to perform the roughing operations, then the rest machining operations, then the finishing operations. So let's get started the finishing operations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to toolpaths, or no, first we have to perform the, okay, just go directly to the toolpaths. So here we have the toolpaths here, and what I have to do is I'm going to select the finishing, yes, and select the constant Z finishing operation. Okay. Now just give the name as constant Z finishing for better understanding. Go to Workplane. We have a default workplane, set it. So we just don't need to set a workplane here. I don't want to set the block. Set the tool as Ballnose. $5mm B mill, dia 5, and the length, I'm going to set the length 75. Machine tools and limit. So today I'm also tell you how to perform the limit operations. As you know that limit is a, we have to set the limit where we have to perform the operations. We have to perform the cutting operations. Whether we need to apply the cutting on this side, on this surface, and either we have to perform the operations outside of this selected surface. So this is what we say the limit. And for that, in the limit operation, we have some boundaries here. We have to create boundary by clicking create a boundary, or by using the block, create a boundary using the rest boundary, surface boundary, and some seal out boundaries and collision boundaries, some stock, model, rest boundaries, and contact point boundaries, or all these sets. So just go, and at the end we have create a user defined boundary. So I'm going to select a user defined boundary and just named it as B1 for boundary 1. And here we have certain bound options here. You can set or insert the boundary by using a file. We have boundary. We're just going to select a pattern or tool path or model or sketch, or I'm going to use a composite curve to create a curve on the model to create boundary. So I have set the curves. Click on certain point to start the curve. Click here. Click here, 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 and the axis. So this is what we have, the 3D composite curve over here, and just save the composite curve, click OK, and accept it. So we have created the boundary B1, accept. So here we have the options. Further options is the trimming options. Either we have to perform the milling operation or cutting operation inside of this boundary which we have created, or you have to need to create operations on outside. So mean to say keep outside mean that the cutting tool will perform all its operation outside of this boundary, or keep inside means that the cutting tool will perform its all type of machining operations inside this boundary. So I have selected the inside because I'm going to perform the constant Z finishing on that area. Just go to constant Z finishing, set as additional stock 0.25 as a fixed value. I don't want to add some other values here. And we have certain operations here, spiral, machine, down to flats and undercut. Set the tolerance at 0.01 for better, close, tool pass, and all these things. So cut direction is clamp milling. Set the thickness 0.0 because in the finishing operation you don't need any stock material or leave material on the surface or on the wall. So set the step down to 1 millimeter. So first of all, I'm going to create a step down of 1 millimeter. I'm not going to take a step down of 0.5 or 0.1 millimeter because it will take a lot of time. So for giving you an example, I'm going to set as 1.0 as a constant C finishing. You don't need to add all these things. Just go to rapid moves and we have the workplane set it, which is a tool path workplane, and set it at the bottom of this surface. Okay, just create and calculate it and go to links, and click on this straight and skim. Set this feed and speeds as 20,000 because on the finishing operation you need high spindle RPMs. And the cutting feed is 2000 and skim feed, blunt feed is 200. Okay, just go and set the coolant as flood, click calculate. So it shows that the block is either not defined and it has any appropriate values because we just go to the tool path and we didn't set up the block. If you want to set a block, just go and click on the block and just click on calculate to set a block. Okay. Now it's time to set calculate. So what you see over here, you just calculate the tool path and it's working fine. So what you have seen over here that the cutting tool path just not goes down up to this point because the tool content point is this and it's not furthermore going outside of this because the boundary shows that the tool must work within the boundary. So therefore what we need is we need to edit the boundary and set that the boundary should be offsetted enough that the tool makes inside and cut all these surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh it, go to limit and edit that boundaries. Okay, yes. So I'm going to select this boundary and go to transform, set offsets and set offset as we have set it the tool 5 millimeter, so I'm going to set as 10 millimeter offset. Okay, so it just created 10 millimeter offset on this side. You see it? Okay, so this is how it just created 10 millimeter offset. Okay, and what you need to do is you can project this boundary on the surface, flattened surface. Just select the boundary and flatten it. So just flatten it on the work plane which you have created. Okay. So we have the boundary here. Just click calculate it, and you see over here, just it makes it and do the at the end form. So this is how we can create the constant Z finishing, and see that it's just set the Z finishing and constant Z, and all the tool distances are at equalized form, like Z is in 1 millimeter downward. So this is what we call the constant Z. As you see that this distance is in 1 millimeter. So all the toolpaths which are linked together are at 1 millimeter apart. So this is specially used for the finishing operation, and it's mostly used for finishing operation, and gives you a very high surface finish. So whenever you are going to do the constant Z, first you have to test the step down in 1 millimeter and check your toolpath, and then after thinking of that all the settings are fine and good, then you need to set the minimum step down close to the cusp height, because if the cusp height is lower, then you will get more finishing on the surface. So just set as 0.1 millimeter or 100 microns on that surface. So step down is 100 microns. It will create a very fine pattern on that surface, or very fine pattern of toolpaths. Just go and calculate it. I'm going to set as on surface. Save. So you see this. So this is how the toolpath makes on that surface. So just creating a very fine pattern on that surface. Click close and go to simulation. Set the constant Z finishing and just play it. And this is how it goes on. And we have the boundary set up. So within that boundary, the cutting tool performs all operations, okay? It will never go outside of that boundary. So this type of tool gives you a very fine finishing on the surface. So mostly used after the rest machining operation. The more will be the step down close, will take more, give you more surface finish. And that's it for these constant Z finishing. So I hope you understand all these settings, and it will help you to perform the finishing operations. So that's it for the constant Z finishing. Thank you very much.